Now let's do the question is penthouse. You can see it's premium question, and then it's medium level question. You can go through this one, and then I would say in the question we can use the dynamic programming. So we need to find all the possible minimum cost, right, for each row, and then now let me copy this one. You can see the output is 10. Let me put in here. So we know you can see in the constraint. You can see here cost length equal to 3. So you can understand there are only 3 color. So the question here already say the red, blue, and green. Now it doesn't allow the adjacent color. So you see, and then we need to find the minimum cost to paint all house, right? So here if you see the minimum this kind of keyword or maximum, you can I think the possible solution will be dynamic programming. So hopefully when you see this question, you can quickly come up with solution. Now here now we have house, right? So each row have 3 house. Okay, so they be ugly. So now here's 16, 20, and 17, and the 16 with 16, and the 5, and the 14, 3, and the 19. So now, just I mentioned before, we can create a dynamic programming. So we can create one more dynamic array. So first row, we just copy it. We just keep the first row values. Now, here, because the question say we cannot paint the color in adjacent house, right? Paint the color in the same house. So now, for example, maybe this one is red, is green. It doesn't. I would say, let me 1 second. So here, okay, in this house we need color, and the second house with this color, right? Yellow color. The third house with this color. So we know for here, for this house, only 2 choice, right? Only these 2 choice. Only these 2. And for this house, also only 2 choice. Here and here. And then for the third house, also only 2 choice, right? So these 2. So now I would say the question is very simple. If you are familiar with the dynamic programming, and then here, because here the size is fixed, right? Just only 3 choice. Now, if we come to the second row, we know this house cannot use the same color above, right? So now here we need to find the minimum cost for these 2 house. So now which one is smaller? It definitely 2, right? We know 2 is smaller. Okay. After we know the 2 is smaller cost, now 2 plus the 16. So we got 18 here. So now for here, the same thing. We cannot use the same color. So we only 2 choice from these 2, right? So now, which one is smaller? But it doesn't matter which one is smaller, right? Because both cost 7, right? So now it should be 7 plus the 16 equal to 33, right? So what about this one? Same. We are also only 2 choice, right? Only these 2. So now which one is smaller? Definitely 2, right? 2 plus 5 equal to 7. So here is 7. Now we just repeat the processing. Just do the same step again and again until we reach the end. Now here same thing. So which one over here can I use this color, right? Can I use this cost? So now we just comparing these 2 comparing these 2 costs. Which one is smaller? Definitely 7, right? 7 plus the current cost is the 21 because he has 14, right? 14 plus 7 is 21. And now what about here? Okay, we cannot use this cost. So it's 7, right? 7 plus 3 is 10. And what about here? We should pick a smaller one, smaller cost. The 18 is smaller. 18 plus 19 is 37, 37, right? So now when you compete in the house, compete painting on the house, now we need to pick the minimum cost. So definitely the 10, right? So we should return 10. So I would say if you're familiar with dynamic programming, and then this question is really easy to solve. Now let's start code it up. Now first we need to, before we create an array, we can need to get the length of cost. So now is the cost, the length. Now we create a dynamic programming. Now we need to, we know the first row, we just maintain the first row in dynamic programming. Now I should be 0, right? 0 means the first row is first row. And then now it's I. We need to cause, it's also I with the, okay. Now we need to start, go through rest of house. Now I equal to 1 because we already complete the first row. Now it should be n. Now we need to start from second row. J minus I. And now we need to, so here we have 3 options. If j equal to 0, so when dpi equal, so we need to check I previous row, right? It should be 1, and the dp I minus 1, 2, right? 2 plus the cost I with the j, because we know if there is first column, so which means we cannot use the same color, right? So that's why we need to pick the other 2 color. One color in the second column, the third house in the third column, right? Now let's do the same thing here. J equal to 1, and then J equal to, because we know there are only 3, you can see in the constraint, the length equal to 3, right? So only 3 options. Now we just copy this one, and I copy this one. Now here we need to change here, a 0 and a 2, right? Because the current column is 1. So we cannot use the same color. So that's why we need to pick the color in the first column and the color in the third column, right? And then here is 2, right? 2. Now we need to pick 0 and pick 1. Now we complete this one. Now finally we need to go through. We need to go through the final row, and then it should be m plus. Now we need to find the minimum cost. So I minimum cost equal to minus 1 in the I. Now we need to return minimum. So you can see pass on the test case here. Now let's submit it. Okay, it's almost 100%. Then I would say the time complexity is B of n times to m. And space complexity is B of uh, n times to m. It's same, right? Because we create an array, dynamic array. And thank you for watching this video.